Hey everybody, I'm gonna do a quick it's not really a styling. I just want to get this thing. This is the hand and you can't hardly tell, it's growing crazy, and the main reason I want to get this cut isn't to style this thing. I just want to get the vigor taken out of the top and all the bottom here, and I want this thing to be the main grower of the bunch, you know, to put more vigor in this one. I need this branch to catch up with the whole rest of the trees, so that's going to take a while. So it's actually going to be a branch I'm going to try to turn into a trunk. This will be like a 5 trunk thing. So I'll start. This is the only one I want down here. I don't want any growth down here, so you guys can see that. I'm going to cut all of this bottom growth completely off, and I don't want to touch this at all. But any of these, and there's several over here, and I'll get to any more on the other side when I spin it. But I don't want to take anything off yet because I'm not even sure what the future style is going to be. You can tell it, like right when it comes out, it starts shooting out and spreading. But I'm going to come out to all these big ones like this, and we'll just cut it back, leave a little bit for die off, but just cut off all of these other than this one. When you're trying to grow something, I recommend anyway, or what I've read so far and, you know, watched and learned, I guess I should say, I don't hardly read anything nowadays, is that you want to cut everything. If you want one thing to be the predominant, you know, you'll just worry about keeping this stuff cut back on the tree and let this thing grow, and it should give it the most growth should happen here. Now you'll see as we get into this that this thing gets some crazy growth already taking place in here. I'll leave those alone for now. Yeah, might as well cut. That one's just starting. I may leave it alone for now. No, I'll cut it. This is probably actually, my styling is going to be chopped down a lot more, so they're kind of just growing all for naught right now. And then back in, I'll turn it a little bit. Back in here is where we really got to take some of that growth out. So this guy's way down in here. Yeah, we might as well take that guy out. And here's the one. This is what had turned into the main leader here. We got to get it cut back. You see how much I probably waited too long. See how much growth, it's going crazy. So we want to get that taken care of. If you can see down in there, I'm going to go all the way down to the very. So we took all that out. And that's just in a few weeks. You could tell, see all that crazy growth. Like this was the dominant one. So I'm hoping I'm going to redirect that down to this one being the dominant one. That's why I'm going to cut the big ones, the little ones, everything. I want to cut everything back except for that, and hope that that turns into this, and I'm going to let it grow. And it'll take a while, but it should catch up to those before long. And now, while I'm waiting for that to happen, for this one to grow up, I will be able to, I could still, you know, play around with the top part of this. Pretty much do whatever I want, just waiting for this to get caught up. I could decide if I want to do the whole middle finger thing I had talked about, or what I want to do. But we're going to take all these that are sprouting out and cut them all back. They're everywhere. Surprised how well this tree just took off again once I chopped it down. So we'll spin it around and continue on this side. You can see I think I waited like way too long. I wasn't really ready to do a styling. This was probably too big to take into where I normally do my normal work at, but I just figured I'll do it right out here. No big deal. I think I left that one. I made that one. Down to here. I'm going to go ahead and cut all these too. Otherwise they'll just, they're not much right now, but if I don't just get them now, they could shoot to them instead of where I want it to go. So I want to cut everything. Basically anything that still has this, that's still working out. Once you cut it, it should start dividing, but it should slow down. The one that hasn't been cut, I don't know, I guess call it the intelligence of the tree. It should pick up that, oh, there's something going on here, so there's where it's still, you know, there's no issue, so we'll send all the, you know, energy to that part of the tree. Is kind of how trees work. Now we're back down here. I guess I'll cut that one to the bottom, and that's going to be too low. This trunk's going to come up, and then, you know, I don't want any growth below where the, not now anyway, where the main trunks come out. So all that stuff will be cut back for now. The one way over here, so I can turn it a little more, let you guys see that. I've already cut those. That. See if I missed any in here. Not sure if that guy got cut yet or not. And then this one down in here. And then have these way out here. So as you can tell, we've taken a lot off here. We're leaving that guy. All the other stuff has been cut back. And so we'll probably have to keep doing that. Oh, there's one I forgot right there. See that one? No, there's another one. They're sneaking in on me. But that should, by doing that and then letting this one go, should help get this tree to where I want it. And I don't know if you've spotted the mugo pine that's behind this one. I'm not ready to style that yet, but we are going to. I'm just dying to figure out and see what this trunk's like. So you guys are going to get a sneak peek inside that thing. I'm not going to style anything. I am going to lift it up out of that pot, attach it to this video, and you and me both will see that. I just wanted you guys to see it with me also. Okay, so I moved operations over a little bit. Easier to see, and it'll be easier for me to clean up. This is dwarf mugo pine. Let me get this off. Now, I felt it. I didn't really get inside it and look. I don't know. I probably should have pulled it out. But once I felt that, I was looking at some of them and I was like, oh, that's gonna work. So I guess we'll find a spot first of all, that we can get into. It's not too opened up there. Wow, I'm gonna probably pull it. Here we go. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can make out that trunk right there. Yeah, that thing's got a solid trunk already going. I don't know what the other side looks like. Can you guys see that? That's things. And I actually was feeling the other side. I think it's where I felt through. I don't remember seeing an opening this big. But that's gonna make for pretty cool bonsai, I think. I'll try to get over here to see just how far it goes. Hopefully it doesn't flatten off on the back side. I think it may even go down just a hair further in there. I can't really get in there. From down here, let me see. Try to pull it up a little bit. Oh my goodness, I think it's stuck in that pot. Yeah, it's definitely took a little prying there. Still see. I just want to take this little bit of the top off to see what we're working with. This is the opposite side now. If you guys can make out the trunk now. But yeah, that's going to make for a very cool bonsai tree. It's crazy growth already. All the other ones up there were maybe half this width in the trunk. This one, I think I scored. I got lucky on that one. And then it's going to have some, I'm going to have to take my time on this one, and so I style it fairly, you know, get it started the right direction I want it to look like initially. No goof ups on this guy, I'm hoping. I'll end up with a cool bonsai tree when it's all said and done. But thanks for watching a quick little cutting back on the I think that's some sort of maple, the hand that I cut back, and then this one. Of course, once I get into it and get a better look at that trunk and the overall shape, I'm sure this tree here will get a name. If nothing else, we can always just call it mugo. But like, subscribe, and share this channel, guys.